Hello, I am Peaches of the E&E Models of Jackson and your host of Hit the Runway in Style. She has received international recognition for her racial reconciliation efforts in Mississippi and nationally, helping bring cold civil rights cases to justice. She is a journalist and is the editor of one of the most respected and highly recognized newsweekly publications in the Metro Jackson area. So stay tuned to meet today's guest. We're back and you're watching Hit the Runway in Style with my guest today, Donna Ladd, editor of the Jackson Free Press. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Peaches. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for coming out. Now, before we get started talking about, as I said in the opening, one of the most respected newsweekly publications here in the Jackson area, we want to find out just a little information about who is Donna Ladd.
I'm a Mississippi native and grew up over in Neshoba County.
Oh, okay.
Went to Mississippi State. Then I left Mississippi the day after I graduated from state, saying I would never live in Mississippi again.
Okay. And what happened? Turned back and back in Mississippi.
I know. Well, I like to say my homing device went off, but, you know. But I was gone for 18 years and of developed my journalism career out there. And I was always kind of involved in social justice journalism. And I finally, back in 2001, I was in New York and I'd gone to graduate school, and I just I was kind of drawn back to Mississippi because that seemed I turned 40 and finally realized where I should be, to do the kind of work that I wanted to do. And so my partner Todd Stauffer and I moved back here in 2001, and then we got the idea to start the paper that year and did it the next year.
Okay, and we are talking about the Jackson Free Press.
Right.
And I just got one of the hot editions when I walked in.
That's the new one.
That's the newest one right here. Of course, this is the one. I had one of the other ones that I was reading just before I got that one today. But when I look at this magazine, it has a little of everything in it. I spotlight fashion for the state of Mississippi, but when I pick it up, I can be assured that I can find out what's going on in the Jackson metro area. Tell us about the Jackson Free Press. Now, you mentioned that this started in...
It started in 2002. We'll be 6 in September, which I'm, can't believe because it's just been a blur. Well, it's kind of it's modeled on alternative news weeklies like you find in cities around the country, and the idea is that it's alternative to the media that exists, especially to the mainstream daily media. It's locally owned, and we started it. Though I will tell you, we have the honor of being known as one of the most diverse newspapers in the country, and because our readership is about half white, half African American, and then some other, that reflects our demographics, and that's something that we started out doing very deliberately. We knew that part of the reason we were inspired to do the paper is because we kept meeting so many wonderful people in Jackson of all races involved in the arts and fashion and kind of the city's renaissance, and we didn't think we had a really great news source here either that would be read by everyone, not just certain neighborhoods or that kind of thing. And so we started out very deliberately to do that, and a lot of people didn't think we could do it, and especially the multiracial part, because I guess people think that's difficult to do, but for us it was just a matter of, it was very simple. It was cover the whole community. Not just the negative stories or not just positive stories. I mean, it's just a little bit of everything. And so that's what we try. That's what we try to do. And I think that's a part of really how it makes it be so respected here in Jackson, because like you said, it covers many issues
from fashion, fun,
right,
music, entertainment.
Right.
So it touches the rim or the circle of everything.
Right.
Now this is a weekly publication.
It comes out weekly, although we're daily on the website. We
Okay.
have a very busy website and have since the beginning.
Okay.
Lots
What's
of
that
conversation. JacksonFreePress.com.
Okay.
And lots of conversations, and
Okay.
have for years, and so that's fun. We just started. We haven't officially announced it yet, but we just started a new social network for Jackson.
Okay.
Kind of the MySpace, Facebook for Jackson, and it's called LoungeList.com.
Okay.
And
okay.
at that's actually going to be really fun, and at this point it's invitation only.
Okay.
We'll be opening it up more, but people are inviting people all over the place.
Really?
So
Really?
I think that's going to be really fun too.
So how many printed copies or how many over the board do you all print to distribute? Is it just here in the Jackson metro area, or is it?
It's mostly Jackson Metro. We send some copies to some of the college towns when school's in session, and then we also have some subscriptions. But our main area is here, and I think we're up to 18,000 copies, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Right, and then each copy is read by several people.
Right.
And then we expand our readership, on the website.
Right.
So because everything goes on the website.
So I know that you can find them just about everywhere because I have my own little location that I go to,
Right.
and I know that it'll always be there.
And if we're late, we get phone calls. People really like their free press when they expect to get their free press. That's
so
true.
it is spread out all over the city of Jackson.
Every zip code, and that was really important to us in the beginning. Not to just be in certain neighborhoods.
Right.
And it's popular in every zip code, and that's something we're very proud of.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, of course, we're going to continue to talk about Donna Ladd and the Jackson Free Press. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Jackson Free Press, always breaking news, distributed all over the Jackson metro area. For more information about the Jackson Free Press, log on to their website at jacksonfreepress.com or email Sage at jacksonfreepress.com.
Hi, I am Peaches of the E&E Models of Jackson. Are you a fashion designer, fashion diva, have an upcoming fashion show in the fashion industry, or would you like to be a sponsor? Then you can be a guest on the show. Contact Peaches at the E&E Models of Jackson at yahoo.com or call 601-572-7722.
Hit the runway in style, Sundays, 8:30 p.m. and Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. on Comcast Cable, Channel 18. Floral arrangement is provided by Nomi Flora, 5466 North State Street, Jackson. For more information, call 601-366-6699.
We're back, and you're watching Hit the Runway in Style with my guest today, Donna Ladd, editor of the Jackson Free Press. Now, before we went on break, of course, we were talking about how the Free Press got started back in 2002. And we kind of talked a little bit about up into what a reader can find in the Jackson Free Press. Just touch on that just a little bit more.
Okay.
If somebody's just tuning in and want to say, well, Jackson Free Press.
What is that?
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's a combination of news and entertainment and culture. And we do a variety of stories like the two you have there. This week's issue is an investigative story about the bingo industry.
Oh, okay.
A real serious story. The issue